it's been a long time since I've done any kind of vlogs or videos or anything, but as you know, as I announced in one of my previous videos, we actually were expecting a daughter, and my wife has since given birth. So we've just been like laser focused on making sure that my daughter's got everything she needs. You know, I'm still doing my whole day job right now, and it's just been a lot. So I appreciate your patience. I have not forgotten about you, and I actually have some pretty cool news to share with you, and I really want to get your thoughts and opinions. So first and foremost, you're probably wondering about the car. The car is perfect. It's pretty much at this point just fully bolted, and I'm really happy with the setup. I focus a lot on reliability with this one, more than power. So not a whole lot of issues whatsoever. Super happy with it, and I'll list all of my modifications in the description box below. On that note, so my dad actually presented me with an opportunity. It's not something I normally would have considered, but now I'm actually tossing the idea around, really just well, for a couple of reasons. So as fast as the speed was at one point, you know, I hit 400 horsepower on the B&R S4. I never really got the car dialed in to where I felt like it was perfect. Lots of very cool things, hit a lot of high numbers and things like that, but I never got the car to where I was like 100% satisfied with it. But once you go over 400 pound-feet of torque, you start running into a lot of issues around like the motor, like the internals. So wasn't in a position to take those kinds of risks. However, what's happening is, you know, my dad just retired from the military, and he's driven the same car since 2005, and he's just not a car guy at all. And you know, he was one of those, I'll drive until the wheels fall off, which is fine. The car that he bought in 2005 was the Chrysler 300. Now, before you start going in with the internet hate, hear me out, okay? The Chrysler 300 that he purchased was the Hemi C, okay? It comes with a 5.7 liter V8 motor, and it's got a Hemi. So with him now thinking about selling this car, all I can see really is potential. So here are the ideas that I'm tossing up. I'm considering one of two things. I'm thinking about taking the Chrysler and just making it a monster. I mean, if you think about it, the 5.7 liter Hemi is the same motor, obviously with a few differences internally, that they put in the Hellcats. So that right there should show you the potential of this car. Okay, it's gonna need a ton of work. So if I was gonna make that the monster that it really can be, I mean, we're talking about an overhaul in suspension, we're talking about built motor, we're talking about aftermarket supercharger, we're talking probably slicks, we're talking you know, total overhaul of what's inside the car from an interior standpoint. There's just a lot of work that's going to go into it, but I mean, we could easily hit 700 horsepower. Like, that is completely achievable with that platform. And then essentially with the speed, I would, for the most part, have that as my daily and keep it the way that it is. Okay? The other option is to just restore my dad's car and make it to where it just becomes my daily. So maybe an intake, maybe exhaust. You know, I might still build the motor because it's not really that expensive to do on that car, and then maybe get another 100,000 miles out of it. But then I could take the speed and get it the way that I always wanted it. Okay, the speed aftermarket parts are pretty expensive, comparatively speaking, but that's what I essentially bought the car for in the first place. So those are my ideas. Do I make the Chrysler 300 my daily, or do I make it 700 horsepower like muscle car? Do I make the speed my daily, or make that, you know, the 500 horsepower monster that it can be as well. So I've got some preconceived notions on my end. I haven't really done anything as far as the Chrysler is concerned. My dad's probably not going to buy a new car until October, so I've got some time. But let me know what you guys think. You know, at this point, from a cost standpoint, I'd be taking a platform that is not boosted, it's completely naturally aspirated, but it's a muscle car, and adding boost. So whenever you do that, there's a whole new set of inherent risks that you take, but the power is just, it's just crazy. So let me know your thoughts. Like, what should I do? Because I'm going to get the Chrysler regardless, so it's really just a matter of like, what route am I going to take here? So let me know what you think. Eager to hear where you guys are at. I've got everything set up to where like baby's at a point now where I can start filming again like full time. So I'm really excited to share some of the other stuff we have going on, and eager to hear where you guys are at. Even if it's a little bit of hate, like, that's okay. I know the Chrysler's not known for its power, but it's got a lot of potential, and so does the speed. So just let me know what you think. I'm glad to be back. Thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate you sticking in there with me, and I hope to see you all soon. Later.